Picture this. Young performer, straight out of high school, but ready to go. Ready to tackle the industry in a city that definitely is not going to give you a hug when you arrive, whether it's by plane, train, or automobile. You better be ready for the game because it's serious in Los Angeles. But if you are ready, that's the place to be. I'm excited to welcome a performer to the program who hails from here in Utah, but has been doing her time where you gotta do it in the big city of Los Angeles. She's back in Utah, and we are fortunate to have her here. It's great to hear this music in person. We hope that you are enjoying it just as much as we are here in the studio. This is McKail Seeley. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Congratulations, great songs, really cool stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
Solo, right? That's the crucible. If you got it, solo's great. If you ain't got it,
it's a lot of fun. It's kind of it's how I started out. So
sure.
Let's do it, yeah.
And talk a little bit about your background. Tell folks about how you came up, and talk about your passion for music, because it's a business. But if you don't have that passion, the business is really hard.
Yeah, right. So I grew up in Salt Lake City, in Cottonwood Heights, to be specific, and started playing about, I don't know, 2010, and I was actually on the show 2010, so it's been 7 years, which is crazy. And I was doing singing and dancing, and the whole performing thing for a long, since I was really little. And 15, at about, like 13, 14, that age, came around, and I told my mom I want to start writing my own songs. I want to start playing guitar, and I had a friend that played guitar, and so that kind of influenced me, and he was writing his own music, and I thought that was so cool.
That's awesome.
So I got out of the dancing. I was like, all right, well, I was okay, I was good at dancing, but singing was my passion.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so I went to LA at 18, like after playing, the Utah scene for about 4 or 5 years, and then went out to LA, and I've been out there for 5 years, and it's been a lot of fun. But yeah, the passion, it's really interesting, because it's not an easy thing to do, and people tell you that throughout the whole journey, and that almost like pushed me more, but you definitely have to do it because you love it, and no other reason. Yeah. No
question about it.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about your growth from being a noob in LA, which I mean, it's a big town in so many ways. It's physically gigantic.
Yeah.
The industry, I mean, it's the world center. I'm sorry, New York, but it's the world center of the entertainment business.
Yeah, I agree.
Talk a little bit about your early experiences and how you've grown and changed.
Oh man, I went through a lot of interesting experiences from my parents. The first experience is my parents dropping me off in Hollywood and saying, "See you later," and
we're leaving you here.
And for those of you, sorry to break it to you guys, for those that might think, which enough people have been there by now that know it's Hollywood is not the it's a touristy place. It's a little rough around the edges. I don't know how to say it without offending somebody.
I'm loving listening to you characterize Hollywood.
It's she's like an aged, I don't know, something. Anyways, something or another, but it's definitely not, Cottonwood Heights, Utah.
No, it's
at all. And, they dropped me off. I lived in a house with 7 other girls, and it was man, I've met a lot of interesting people, great people, not so great people.
Yeah.
Seen some weird things that I would have never seen, but most of all, it's just been a really positive experience. And you find good people anywhere you go.
It's true.
It's like you realize that people are people. It's like you could say, okay, LA, they're a little more, they're more rude or whatever, but it's just a different mentality. They're working in a different way, and it's a different culture, but overall it's been really positive, and I've been able to meet so many incredible musicians and people that inspire me, and it's been a really good experience.
Have there been times when you've had challenges or felt discouraged when you thought maybe it's not for me, or maybe I just don't want to put in the amount of work that it takes?
Well, it's funny because I mean, it's a struggle all the time.
Sure.
You know, and I mean, it's a
Right.
struggle just to be a human, you know, trying to deal with
Very
being
well
a human.
said. Very well said.
But on top of it, doing music, I think because I've almost brainwashed myself,
Yeah.
because it's all I know. You know, I've done like, when I first moved out there, I was working for a radio station, and then I was working for a music business company where I, music management and doing kind of little things. Right now I'm a part-time nanny, which I actually really enjoy. And so yeah, so you find these little odd jobs to kind
Sure.
of stay afloat.
Make it work.
And make things work. But it's, sorry, I don't even know what your question was now.
I
The
forgot. I was
struggles-
just listening to you.
struggles
And
and-
yeah. Did you ever think about hanging it up, or?
You know what, I don't think I ever had that one moment where I almost quit. Not yet at least. Yeah.
Well, I, to be honest,
Yeah.
and I think I alluded to it earlier. There's Mr. Buddy. There's
we have
the little
we have
dog.
a
Everybody.
friend that greeted me at the door.
That's
Hi.
right.
Hi, baby.
I got the sense as soon as you arrived that you've learned all of those lessons about professionalism, not just in LA, but
Yeah.
playing a ton of gigs here and
Yeah.
being way ahead of what your chronological age is. But then, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't fault anybody.
Playing.
And I will say, I know people
Yeah.
in various. I won't even go so far as to say what genre or area of the arts that they come from, but I know people who have made that move and said, I'm going to LA and I'm going to give it, and
Yeah.
this is going to be it.
Yeah.
And they come back, and a lot of people come back, and that
Yeah.
is not a dig at all.
No,
But,
I mean,
but you
LA
stayed 5 years.
well, the
I mean,
thing is
that's
LA
a
isn't
big
for
deal.
everybody. And I don't think it's a matter of like if you're tough enough. I mean, maybe a little bit, because it's definitely a tough city.
Sure.
But for me, it's just I've always just had one option, and that option has been being an artist. You know, that's been my plan A, and I have a lot of encouragement from my family and friends.
That's huge.
And I don't know what it would be like without that, but I know with their support, they're so encouraging that I think that plays a huge part.
No question about it.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about music. Talk about these songs you're playing today and kind of where you're at. You've surely grown a lot in playing tons of gigs and again here, but also in LA.
Yeah.
Talk about that journey.
Well, I played in Park City a lot, like starting out, and did the Sunday markets.
Sure.
That was like a regular gig for me,
Right.
and then there was an open mic up at the gallery, the Kimball.
Oh, at Kimball Arts Center?
Yeah, Kimball Arts Center.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would play there with our open mic. That was when I was first starting out. I actually have a video on YouTube that's still up, singing a song that was there. But yeah, the journey, it's been interesting. I don't even remember what you asked me. Why am I forgetting things? Terry, what did you give me? You gave me water.
I just gave you room to
You
talk,
gave me
McKail.
so much room, and I didn't know what to do with it.
It's quite all right. Where were we?
I don't know.
I don't
talking
know
talking about journey. Oh,
Just
so
about
with the songs,
songwriting.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
curious about your process.
Yeah, so with songwriting, so the songs that I'm singing today, none of them have been officially recorded.
Wow,
They're
these are
all
news.
sort of newbies that I'm trying
Nice.
out for people, so let me know what you guys think.
Love it.
So I released, about a year ago, I released an EP. It was my second EP that I've ever released. I recorded it in Chicago with a producer out there named Fox DeBlow, or Zach Fox DeBlow. And yeah, had an incredible experience. His friend saw me out in LA playing at a bar in Santa Monica and said, "You got to meet this producer." I was like, okay, whatever, you know,
Sure,
because
hear a
it's
lot
just,
of that,
here's another lead that leads to
Right,
nowhere. And
right.
that's just me being a little pessimistic. But you never know.
And you follow him up because you do never know.
Exactly. And he ended up hitting me up on SoundCloud, and the next thing I knew, I was flying out to Chicago and got that whole album out of it, which was amazing. So there's
really
4
cool.
songs on the last EP that I put out. And then, yeah, right now I've just been writing, gearing up for another recording, you know, gearing up for another release of sorts. Not exactly sure right now, but yeah, joined a band, So that's been a big part
Yeah,
of my,
you mentioned that
part of my journey.
you got just like Mo Crazy, you got girl power going
Girl
too.
power going. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's been awesome. We're a girl trio called Lucy.
Lucy.
And
that's, you said that's different.
it's a little different, yeah. As far as the style goes, I would say they're a little more Americana. I mean, right now I'm playing acoustic guitar, so it feels very folk.
Sure.
But with the girls, it's, you know, we'll bring different players on stage, and it feels very rootsy, but pop. It's cool. It's a lot of fun, and we play a lot in LA and in Nashville actually as well. So I'm trying to get them here.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Sundance is a great time for it.
I know, right? Yeah.
I think I could have a line on a place to stay for you if you.
Oh my
need
gosh, that's sweet. Oh wow, it's got all the hookups, you guys.
I know this. I know this nice lady who has a great place, and she's a big fan of yours.
Oh,
since
good.
way back.
Oh, good. I was like, oh wow. I don't know. I believe you. I don't know why, but it is.
In fact, she's right here.
She's right here. She's coming in. Yeah. You never know.
Well, like you say, it is so important to have that family support.
Yeah.
That's a really crucial thing. I mean,
Yeah.
just in terms of how you
Yeah.
feel when you get up every day, and it's like, I'm here to do this. And
Right. Well, it gives
fam
you a
is back
little
there
more
for
of
you,
a
and-
gives you more of a sense of purpose. But overall, it's what I enjoy.
That's
And,
great.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful music, super pro presentation. I mean, we love local music here,
Yeah.
and it really is true. And I think it's no disservice to anybody
Yeah.
who hasn't been out and gotten in the big pond and done the big game. But it shows the polish. I suppose you have no choice,
Oh,
right? You're in
thanks.
LA. Everybody's
Right.
working
Well,
really hard.
definitely,
So.
yeah. People, it's a competition there.
Yeah,
you know, they're
no
not
doubt.
kidding around.
Are you doing any other gigs while you're here?
Well, not this trip.
Okay.
I just played a gig last night, but not this trip, but I'll be back.
Cool.
Then probably next 3 months and plan some more stuff out. So I'm usually here playing gigs in the summertime and wintertime. So, but I hope to be back like for Sundance.
Well,
It'd be
we
cool.
hope so too.
Yeah.
Next time you come back, come and visit us. I always
love
like to
that.
remind people that this is the clubhouse.
Oh, I like that.
So you come by the clubhouse, you hang out, right?
Yeah.
Say what up.
Yeah.
And it would be great to have you back. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much,
Final thing
Haley.
is social media. Tell
Yes.
everybody how to
Yes.
follow McKail Seeley.
You can follow me on all the social media platforms, McKails Seeley, which is McKailsEely. So it's just at McKails Seeley on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and then you can go to McKailsSeeley.com to sort of find everything. I've got videos and all sorts of stuff up. So yeah, and
Fantastic.
Spotify and all that too.
Sure. All the
If
music
you want to buy
sources.
the music.
Yeah. Buy the
Buy the
music. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here. It's a
you.
real pleasure to meet you.
Appreciate
And
it.
great to hear you.
Yeah.
And we got one more.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, quick break. More McKail Seeley right after this.